Good evening, everybody, and how are you today? This is Sue McCurdy coming to you live from my scrapbook room. I'm from Susie Q Designs, and I am a Stampin' Up! Demonstrator in Southwestern Ontario, Canada. If you are joining me, please say hello and tell me where you are joining me from. That would be fabulous. Please like my video if you enjoy it, and share it with any scrappy friends or crafty friends that you have. That would be great. Tonight I'm going to do a video on the new catalog, what's coming up in Stampin' Up! And I am gonna do an alternate card for the November Paper Pumpkin. Okay, so we'll get started on that. I'm just gonna turn the camera down now and then we'll get started. And thank you for joining me. All right, let's get this set up here. All right, so first thing I wanted to do was show you what the new catalog looks like. It is coming out in January, and this is what it looks like here. I'm just gonna move that up. Okay, so we have two catalogs coming up. The mini catalog goes live in January, it goes till April. And this is the front of it. I can't show you inside yet, but there's some fabulous things in there you are definitely going to want to see. And this is the Celebration catalog. The Celebration catalog is also fabulous. What you get to do with this is if you put in an order between over $60, then you can get a free item out of this catalog. Also, if you put an order in over $120 or $120 or over, you can get two items from here, or you can get an item that is designed for $120 orders or more. So there's some really cool stuff in here. Stampin' Up! Demonstrators were able to put in pre-orders, so I just put in a pre-order yesterday for some of these fabulous things. So I will be busy creating with that soon when I get my order in. So hopefully have some creative stuff ready for you for January out of these catalogs. And I just wanted to show you the joining special. It is amazing. So to join, it says here, you can get a starter kit for only $135, and it includes shipping, so you don't have to pay any shipping. So it's just $135, and you can get $165 worth of any items you want for your kit. Okay, and not only that, but there is going to be a really big special coming up in January, and I'm just wondering if there's a picture of it. Here it is. Oh my goodness. So Stampin' Up! Demonstrators were able to order this, and I'm just going to bring up my computer to see if anybody is on here joining me. So just as a reminder, please say hello and tell me where you're joining me from if you joined the video, if you're watching today. That would be great. I'm just going to bring up my computer now so that I can see it better. There we go. Okay. Okay, so if you join in January, this is such an amazing deal, because not only will you get to choose $165 worth of products and only have to pay $135, you will get to choose one of the two free bonus options on this page. The first option is this, and it's a glass mat. It's 17 inches by 14 inches, and it's thick, heavy-duty, safety-tempered glass crafting mat with the raised non-slip rubber feet on it. Now, I've been wanting to get one of these, so I pre-ordered it yesterday because as a Stampin' Up! Demonstrator, we're allowed to do that. Yay. So that will be coming to me soon in the next couple of weeks. Okay, it also comes with this little mat here. So it stores like your
stamp pads. The little stamp pads can fit up there, or you can put ink in here and mix it with your water markers or your water pens, water brushes, and it has a cleaning cloth as well. Okay, so you can actually put ink right on here and use a water brush right from the mat. So I am really looking forward to getting that. So exciting. So yes, and if you join, you can get that for absolutely free. Okay, so $135, you get $165 in product, and you can choose that, or this, which is an additional $41 in free products to add to your starter kit. So $165 plus another $41 in free stuff. I would choose that because, I don't know, I think I will use that every day. So I think that's an amazing deal. Okay, so that's coming up in January. So anybody who just wants to join, maybe you don't want to sell, you just want to be a happy shopper and get some free stuff. You know, you don't even have to sell anything. You can just let your membership expire. Okay, after a few months it just expires, and they don't even mind if you sign back up again after that. So that's the sneak peek for the celebration and the mini catalog, which are both coming up in January, January 4th. Oh, and it's a leap year, February 29th this year. So that's exciting. Okay, so coming up next week, I am having a Kits Together class on December the 12th at 10 to 12. So if you have a kit that you bought from me, you can come for free and work on it. Or if you have another project you want to bring, you can bring that for just $5 and work in my studio. So that would be great to have you. If you are interested in putting in an online order, this is December's host code. Put that in unless you were doing an order over $200, because you will get your own Stampin' Rewards. Okay, so I was able to get to doing the November paper pumpkin, which is so cute. It makes all these little boxes that you can use for putting treats in and using for gifts. So what I did is I made 2 of them, and then I made all these other ones into 12 cards. So I'm going to show you how I did that, and I'll show you what you need to do that. Okay, so if you order one of these paper pumpkin kits, it comes in these beautiful boxes. Okay, this was the one from November. It's called Warm Wishes, November 2023, and they always have these nice inserts and tells you exactly how to build the projects. Okay, so this month's project was making these treat boxes, and they come with bags that are food safe. Okay, so I'll show you how they turned out, and then I'll show you how to do the alternate cards as well. Okay, so just gonna move that out of the way. So the first one turned out like this. Okay, so as you can see, the box is freestanding once I finish putting it together. So I've got the tape there, and it will be freestanding like that. And then it comes with these treat bags, so you can put some treats in there, and they're food safe, and then put it inside here. And what a cute design to use to give to somebody for a treat. I was thinking too, it might be a really good idea to use it as like table favors. You know, you could put one on everybody's spot at Christmas dinner or something like that too. I thought that would be a really cool idea. Okay, so that's the first one. And the other one was red, so it turned out like this. Okay. So that one there, and same thing. It'll be able to stand up by itself. And this is the food safe bag. It comes with stickers, everything you need to do to make the boxes. So aren't they cute? Okay, so now I'm going to get started on showing you how to do the cards that I made the rest of them into cards. Okay, so 2 boxes, and now we'll look at the 12 cards. Okay, so what I did is each of the boxes look like this. So what I did is I separated it by cutting it down using my cutter. So each box, instead of making one box, I made 2 cards with it. Okay, so I'll just show you how I did that. When I put it in here, I just lined up my paper right along the ridge here to cut that into 2. We'll just cut that. And then, so this will be a card, but I don't need that piece, so I'm going to cut that off. And this will fit right on the front of a card base. So this piece I'm not going to use, I'm going to put it aside. And then here, this one, I cut it, see how there's a fold there? All of them are pre-scored. So you just line that right up in the middle of your cutter, right along here, and then cut it. This has a lot of glitter on it, so it's a bit thick. So what I did is I used this one to double up and make this 3-dimensional here on this card. Okay, so each box will be 2 cards. So I'm going to make 2 cards out of this right now. So what I did is I made a couple of bases. I'll just bring those in. And the bases I used for a half sheet of 8.5 by 12. I just cut it at 5.5 inches here. So cut it here and then score it at 4 1/4, and then it makes a card base. Okay, so I did that 2 times for this, and here's my other base. And then what I did is I got some designer series paper from one of the new packs that just came out, and I used this one. This one's called Winter Meadow. So there's so many beautiful designs on here, and the colors really go with these houses. So I just found some that had some backgrounds that I thought went really nicely with it. Okay, so this is in the current catalog that's out right now until the end of December. Winter Meadow Designer Series paper. Okay, so I found some designs out of there and I made backgrounds for them. Okay, so let me see, what did I cut those at? So I cut them a little bit smaller than what the paper was. So I cut them at 4 by 5 1/4. Okay, and you can even do them an eighth of an inch bigger, or a 1/16 of an inch bigger if you want, so that there's even less of a border. But this one was cut at 4 by 5 1/4. Okay, these two. All right, so once I scored this, then I got this out of the way. And hi Gay, how are you today? You got your books? They are in French. Oh no. Oh, okay, so she's saying she got her catalogs and they're in French. You know what? I did hear that happened to a couple of my friends who live in Strathroy. Mine did not come in French, thankfully, but I'm sorry that yours did. And my friends in Strathroy as well, because some of them are in my Stampin' Up! Group. Okay, so then I just carefully score that. So there's my card base. And then I'm going to get some glue and glue this. And even this one I used for the background of a different card. I'm going to show you that when I'm done making these two. Okay, so for now I'm going to glue on here, put that on, and that is my nice background. Okay, and then with this one already has wreaths on the windows, and this one does not. So what they gave you too is in the kit stickers to go on the treat bags and all of the things to stamp, and they gave you the a stamp pad, a little stamping spot, and these stamps here with it. Okay, so look at how cute that is. I haven't even used that one yet, but that's a really cute one. Okay, so I used 'Tis the Season on one of them, and on the other one it says Warm Wishes from Our Home to Yours. So we're going to use those two on these two right here. Okay, so on the card that does not have the wreaths on them, they give you these to glue on. So I'm going to punch out, and they come out of this package so easily. So you just separate them and then glue them on. So I'm going to do that, and then it will look like this one. You could even pop them up if you wanted to. I'm not going to. I'm just going to glue them flat. Put that on there, and a little bit of glue there. Put that on there. So what are you doing tonight, Gay? You just laughed? What's so funny? Was I funny? Okay, so there's my third wreath. Easy peasy, cute. Okay, so just make sure they're straight. Okay. Also, this kit came with some twine, which looks like it's in crumb cake, and this pretty much goes with anything. So I'm going to, I think I'll wrap it around this one, and then I'll make that one 3-dimensional. So I'll put this on here, and then I'm going to make it into a bow. Just tie that up. So what are you working on today, Gay? Are you doing some scrapbooking? And then I just bring in my tweezers to hold that so that I can get a tight knot on there. Because if it's really loose, then you have to kind of glue it down on the back, which I usually do anyways, but the reverse tweezers really helps hold things in place for me. Okay, so I'm going to tie that there, get rid of the tweezers, tighten it up, and then I can make this into a bow, and then I can glue it on. So I went right around the house, so I'm just going to shorten those, make it a little bit smaller, and then tighten it up again. Hi Sandra, how are you today? Oh, and thank you for the birthday wishes. I had such a good birthday yesterday. It was amazing. My family and I, well, just one of my daughters and my husband and I and some friends and my brother went out for dinner last night to a restaurant in London, and we went to the Church Key, which is a really good restaurant. I went there for my birthday a few years back because I really like to go to see the lights at Victoria Park on my birthday, because they're always on in December and they always look so beautiful. I grew up in London and I used to go there all the time to Victoria Park, so I kind of miss it. So being out here in the St. Thomas area, I don't always get there all the time, but I do try to get there for my birthday so I see the lights at least. And it was nice and mild, like it wasn't too cold last night, so it was easy to you know, to walk around. It was a little bit cold, but not too bad. Okay, so this one, now what I do here to hold down the twine is I use my dimensionals. I put that on the back, so I just bring those in here, and if it's not tight, then I just kind of tighten it by stretching it like that. So I just kind of stretch the twine down and use these. These are the best dimensionals, by the way. I've used other ones and I don't like them as much. And then, as you can see, I've used all of the dimensionals in there. So to save some money, I always use the outside of these as dimensionals too, because nobody can see it anyway, so you might as well use as much of the product as you can. Save yourself some money. And it doesn't really matter what shape they are, right? No one's gonna see it anyways. All right, so I got a few of those, and then I will put a couple more at the bottom, and then it will be like a 3D card, really cute. All right, so I was gonna bring in my pokey tool here and take off the backs of all of the paper off of here. Get rid of those. And then I usually line up my project along the line here, one of the lines on this paper, so that it's straight. So when I go to put this down, I know that it is straight. And I can even use the lines to line up, like maybe I would line up this and this with the lines on the paper, or the bottom part. Okay, so maybe I'll go with the bottom part, and then I can just press it down, and then hopefully it'll be nice and straight. Okay, so there we go. That's really cute. And then for the sentiment, they gave you round ones and these ones that look like banners. So we will just bring in the Stampin' mat here and stamp those sentiments on. And the Stampin' spot I didn't use because I have a big Stampin' pad, but it's in this color, Mossy Meadow. So I think I'm just going to use my big stamp pad, and this one is going to be right on here. Just going to ink that up and try to get it as straight as I can. Press that down, 1, 2, 3, bring it up. It looks pretty good. And then this one says "'Tis the Season," and the top of it's here, so I'm just going to turn that. It's kind of hard to see if it's straight when it's in there, so I'm going to bring that out. Okay, and bring that straight down, hold it 1, 2, 3, and then I have a perfectly stamped image. These mats are perfect for stamping. Gives you the cushion that you need, so if you're not using one of those stamps that is the red rubber stamps, they already have the cushioning in them. These Stampin' pads are great. Okay, so this one went with this card went with this stamped image. Now I could have tied it to here because it's already punched out. Okay, so I could have tied it there like I did with some of the other cards, or I could just glue it somewhere and put some gems on it. Okay, so I'll just show you the gems that I paired this card with, are these ones. And these ones are in the current mini catalog. I just love them. They're all glittery and sparkly. So I think what I'm going to do is just glue that down and then put some of the gems on top of that hole, because I don't have to use that hole for the string if I don't want to. I did on the other ones. I'm going to show you them when I'm done this. Well, when I'm done these two cards. So I'm just going to glue these down and then use the gems. You can put that wherever. I put them in different spots on the different cards. So maybe I'll put it right there and then glue it down. And then I'll use some of these cute glittery gems on the card as well. I've been using a lot of these little green ones. I think they're so cute. So I'm just going to put that right over the hole there, and then I'll put a couple more on just in some other spots here to make this more of a focal point. Okay, that looks cute there. Okay, so there's that card. That one's done. And how cute and easy was that? And then we'll just finish this one up. Now this one was the one that I was going to make into 3D using this part. Okay, So how I did that is I just put the dimensionals on the back of the roof part, and then it popped that up and gives it lots of dimension, and it looks really cute. So I'm just going to use all of these little pieces here to pop that up. Bring in my pokey tool to peel the backs off. So what are you up to today, Sandy? Have you been doing any crafting? Or are you getting ready for Christmas? I'm just going to line that up with the line there so I can get this straight. And then I'm going to try to bring it down so I can see it better. I don't want to get my head in the way of the video. Okay, and then I'm going to try to get this in the right spot. There, so as you can see, it gives a little bit of a shadow on there and looks more three-dimensional. And then I can glue the project down onto my card. So I'm just going to turn that over and put some Tombow glue on the back. And I got it lined up there, so I'm going to line up this one with the lines here and here so I know it's straight. There we go. Slide it over a little bit so it's not over the edge of the card. Okay, so there we go. That's really cute. Then where did my sentiment go? This was one that we used for the red cards, so I could use this one here. I could use the rest of the twine that I have and tie it on. And I have one more of these two. So the circle one, actually I stamped this out using one of my dies that I had, because I ran out of those because we did so many cards actually. So I die cut that out. So I think what I'm going to do is tuck it under here and then put some dimensionals on it. Okay. So maybe I don't want to cover up my wreaths, so I'm just going to put it there. And then put some more gems on here. Then I have a cute card. Put two of them there, and then maybe one over here. Okay, so there we go. All right, so here are my cards. So as I showed you the two treat boxes, so there's the first one, and then I'll show you all the cards that were in blue. And the designer series paper I used for the backgrounds was this Winter Meadow designer series paper. So pretty. All of the images on this paper are gorgeous. Okay, so here's what my 6 cards look like using that paper. So there's the one that we just made together. Here's 2. We just made that one too. Here's 3. And here's 4. And here's 5 and 6. Now for these backgrounds I just used the same paper, but only the opposite side of the paper in different colors. Okay, so it's a good way to use up paper. If you have extra paper, just use a paper pack that you have extra of. And you'll see that when I show you the red ones, that I used actually another paper pack from last year. It's actually retired, so if you have some retired paper and you're wondering what to do with it, that's also another good idea. Okay, so this treat box looks like that, and I'm going to fill that up with some candies and give it to somebody. And then I have 6 cards as well with the red. Okay, so this one I used with the Winter Meadow designer series paper. Okay, so there's 1, 2, 3, and then the other 3, 4, 5, and 6, I used the paper pack from last year. I think it was this Tis the Season. Yeah, it was this pack. So Tis the Season paper pack from last year. I had a lot of it left, and it had some nice backgrounds on here. So that went with the color of the house. So I got some red out of here that matched. So a good way to use up my paper. And I used that for these backgrounds. Okay, so 4, 5, and 6. So I've got 2 houses and 12 cards that I made using that paper pumpkin kit. And the paper pumpkin kit again was the November paper pumpkin. Okay, I'll leave a link after the video if anybody wants to look at paper pumpkins, but these are awesome. They're a lot of times they're cards, and sometimes they're treat boxes as well. So there's an alternate that you can do with it. So you don't always have to do exactly the same as what it says to do. It's nice to do something different and make it your own. Okay, so there's my cards using last year's Designer Series paper. These cards using the Winter Meadow Designer Series paper. And then, so yeah, there's 12 of them. And they're beautiful. I just love them. So those are all ready to go. And I need lots of cards. I've been working really hard trying to do some Christmas cards. I got some mailed out already. I gave some to friends that I saw last week. And I'm making more to send out to the rest of my mailing list. Thank you so much for joining me today. If you have any questions or comments, please leave me a message and like my video and tell me where you're joining me from. So thanks again, and I will not be doing a Fun Fold Friday this week because I am going scrapbooking with some friends. So I will join that again or do that again next week. Okay, thanks for joining me, everybody. Have a great day. Bye-bye.